A game breakdown for the last time here in the 2024 season for the Los Angeles Chargers. And we're going to break it down here against the Las Vegas Raiders on the road in Las Vegas. Bolt up, Bolt fam. What is going on? It is I, Jake Silva, here on Chargers Syndicate, giving you everything LA Chargers news and more. If it is your first time here on the channel, I encourage you guys to like, subscribe, hit the bell button, keep you up to date on future and past videos. Not to mention as well, catch me on every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific on the AFC West Roundtable on Roundtable Sports. And also, check out greengridiron.com for your own customizable life-size helmet or collectible miniature helmet of your choice at greengridiron.com. Make sure to use promo code LACSYN before checkout. That's LACSYN for your discounted price off of your helmet of your choices at greengridiron.com. Well, here we go, Charger fans. As we've said in every single video that we put together, what an amazing season that it has been for the Los Angeles Chargers. And as usual, everything that begins ultimately comes to an end. So this is potentially the way to end the 2024 Los Angeles Chargers season. And what started is now going to be the same similar ending, and that's facing off against the Las Vegas Raiders. So the Chargers know that they're going into a situation where they've already clinched in the playoff spot. They don't know exactly as far as playoff opponent who they may face, since there's a multitude of them, whether it be the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Baltimore Ravens, or the Houston Texans. But the Los Angeles Chargers know that they're going to be walking into a scenario where the Las Vegas Raiders, a lost cause season for them this year, but however, they're going to be playing more for draft implications. Now, we take a look back at the very first week that the Chargers ended up playing the Las Vegas Raiders. So, with Jim Harbaugh, who made his appearance back into the NFL after all these years since 2014, the Los Angeles Chargers had a really good game, and it was one that was more of a trench warfare than anything else. And for the Los Angeles Chargers, this is what started the first step into the 2024 season, where the Chargers win 22-10 at home in SoFi Stadium, where they ended up nailing back a big-time point differential in the fourth quarter that helped the Chargers to end up nabbing the win against the Raiders. Justin Herbert, as you know, season start, looked pretty rocky, 17-26 for 144 passing yards, a touchdown, and 0 interceptions, and where he was facing off against the Raiders team that had Gardner Minshew, Zamir White, Alexander Mattison, and also having Jacoby Myers, Brock Bowers, the rookie, and Devontae Adams at the time. But now we go into a scenario where the Raiders, they are so injury-riddled, and then not to mention a lost cause of a season for them. So the Las Vegas Raiders, in a disappointing year, are looking more for draft implications to maybe potentially find their next franchise quarterback, whether that be Shedeur Sanders, Cam Ward, or whomever they might actually target elsewhere to hopefully get this team back up on track. Now, of course, as you know, Chargers fans, this is usually F the Raiders week, because no matter how many times that these Raider fans would be heckling, and then not to mention always poking the bear at us for all these years, because the rivalry just goes by strong. The Chargers know that this is a situation where they are going to want to warm up their guys, and maybe for at least a quadrant or two, but then rest them, and then bring in the backups to build at least a little bit more depth to get them prepared for the playoffs. So the Los Angeles Chargers, as you know right now currently, they've had Ladd McConkey, Josh Palmer, Gus Edwards, Denzel Perryman, questionable, but able to return. And of course, after a crushing blow with losing Elijah Molden for the season with the broken fibula, that was where the Chargers then initially ended up signing Terrell Edmunds to the practice squad. So they're going to use every hands on deck as possible for them to get ready for the playoffs. Now, the Raiders could potentially have Amir Abdullah, Trey Taylor, Isaiah Polamau, Colton Miller, and John Jenkins back, as they're all listed as questionable. So the Raiders, as you know, they don't like to play us easy. And we know that for the Chargers, they don't like to play it easy against the Raiders either. But I think more importantly, the Raiders know what the task is at hand. And think about it this way. The last time that the Chargers were even in a position like this against the Las Vegas Raiders last season, when they went 5-12, it was what also accounted for the Chargers firing Brandon Staley and also firing Tom Telesco, who's now the GM of the Las Vegas Raiders. And they put up that disgusting, horrible 63-21 game against the Chargers that night. So I feel like this could be a big time get back against the Raiders. But the Chargers know that there's more important things that they have to prepare for rather than just poking the bear at the division rivals that you know has completely underachieved this year. So the Chargers, I'd say, could wrap up the 2024 season with a potential win against the Las Vegas Raiders. In my opinion, I think it might be at least a little bit of a score of maybe upwards of a 28-17 game. But at least with the Chargers, having to warm up their starters to get them prepared and then bringing in the backups would be the smarter solution. And that's where Jim Harbaugh and company are really going to evaluate this as carefully as possible because, of course, you want to save up J.K. Dobbins. You want to make sure that Justin Herbert's ready to go and he's focused. And then not to mention the rest of the core itself, as some of them are going to be coming back from injury and be prepared for the playoffs. And that's where the Chargers have more important things in mind and maybe the bigger task at hand as they get prepared for potentially some type of run in this year's playoffs. That's going to do it here for me on Charger Syndicate. Like, subscribe, hit the bell button, keep you up to date on future and past videos. Jake Silva signing off, and we will see you guys and wrap up the 2024 season in a strong way against those Las Vegas haters. Always remember to bolt up as well.